Good morning, guys. How are you? Today I am very well. How are you? Write down your answers in the comments. Let's start our second week. So, how was your previous week? Write some comments. I want to know how was your previous week? How did you spend your weekend? What are your plans for the next weekend? Because today is Thursday. We have 2 days left to meet our new weekend. The weather is fine, so it's the perfect time to go somewhere, maybe in the park or to the river. So write down, how are you? Have you woken up already? So let's start the webinar. I'm going to read your comments after. So let's come to today's topic. So today we are going to talk about effective communication. So it's life skills, communication and public speaking. So let's come to today's agenda. For today's agenda, the first point is effective. So we will talk about it. We will discuss the principles, the rules and tips, and main problems. The second point is miscommunication. So we will talk about this, what miscommunication is and why it's important to discuss. And the last point and the final point is going to be verbal and nonverbal communication. So we will find out what verbal communication is and what nonverbal communication is. So I think today we have a lot of things to do. So let's start. The first point is communication, the main principles, rules, and problems. So what is communication? Write down your ideas in the comments. What communication is for you. Maybe the picture can help you understand what communication is. So you see there are two people, two faces, and there are like two speech bubbles, with a lot of pictures. So what communication is? It's something that we say, or maybe our ideas, our thoughts. So please write in the chat box. Okay, so I want to read your comments on this. What is communication? So let's move further. So let's talk about basic communication principles. So there are two communication principles. Everything we do is communication, and any behavior is communication. So, do you agree with these principles? What do you think about these statements? Everything we do is communication. Are all our actions communication? Can actions be the way of communication? So write down what you think about this. And the second principle is any behavior is communication. Do you agree with this? What do you think? Okay, so write down your ideas about these two principles. Do you agree or disagree? What do you think about these statements? Okay, let's continue. So, Yeah, we defined the communication. So now it's time to learn something about effective communication rule. You can see that usually, yeah, communication is done by two people. Yeah, the sender and the receiver. So the sender sends a message, the receiver receives this message, and the receiver gives the feedback. So this is how it goes. We have a sender and a receiver. We have the message and the feedback. What do you think about this rule? Is it correct? Or we have the third party? What do you think? Maybe we have someone else. Maybe it's not only a sender, or maybe it's not only a receiver. Who else? So write down what you think about this. But usually, yeah, in communication, yeah, we have a sender and a receiver. So if you want to talk to someone, yeah, you want to convey a message. You want to say something so that person understands you. And this person gives you a feedback. Yeah, like the reverse message, the feedback. Okay, so write down, please, in your comments. Now let's move on. We are going to watch a fun video about the effective communication rule. So let's watch it and then let's talk about it. Just a second. Okay, so let's watch it. Yeah, so let's come back to our presentation and let's talk about this video. So, yeah, you saw two babies. They were talking to each other. So, did we have a sender? Did we have the receiver? Did we have the message? Did we have the feedback? So, do you think it's effective communication or not? Think about it. What is the goal or the sense of this communication? Was this communication effective? Okay. So, yeah, if to come back to our rule, we can see a sender, like baby one, and a receiver, baby two. And baby one said something, yeah, so he conveyed the message to baby two. And baby two gave his feedback. And then it goes on and on. Yeah, so it was a message, a feedback, message, a feedback. So was this communication effective? Did they understand each other? What do you think? Write down in the comments. Okay. So let's move on. So let's talk about the sense of communication. Yeah. So it is considered that the sense of communication is the reaction it causes. So do you agree with this or not? The goal of communication is to give the reaction, yeah, or to show the reaction. Because usually we want to say something to another people and we want this feedback, yeah. The feedback is a kind of the reaction, and the reaction can be different. Can be a positive reaction, can be a negative reaction, and it can be like surprising reaction, yeah, different reactions. So do we have one typical reaction that is the best for everything? People, when they send a message, usually want to receive a positive reaction, but it's not always like this. Yeah, some people want to cause some negative reaction and maybe receive some negative feedback. So there are different, yeah, reactions. So what do you think about this? Write down in the comments. So the way a message is delivered always affects the way message is received. What do you think about this? Do you agree with this or disagree? You can see two people. Yes, they are using a very old method of communication. Yeah, there's like cans and a rope. One person says something, another person listens to it. Is it always so? If we deliver a message, does it affect the way the message is received? What do you think about this? Give me your ideas. I'm interested in reading your comments, your ideas on this. Okay, good. Let's move on. Yeah, the main problem in communication. Yeah, so this is the last part of our first point of effective communication. This is the problem in communication. So let's think about it. What problems do we have in communication? Maybe these pictures help you understand. If you look at the first picture, you see two men, and they are pointing at the number. Yeah, one man sees this number as 6, but another man sees this number as 9. So, what's the problem of communication? Maybe this is how we see something because we have different points of view, or we don't understand that another person can see or understand something differently. The second picture also can help you to understand what the main problem in communication is. There are 3 different geometrical figures. Yeah. For someone, maybe it's like a circle, and for someone, maybe it's like a square. Yeah, so we see one thing differently. So maybe this is the main problem. This is how we receive, the world, how we see something. So what's your idea? Write down in the comments. Okay, so let's move on. The next part is miscommunication. Let's talk about it. And we will start with the quote by a famous French science fiction writer. His name is Bernard Werber. So his quote is, between what I think, what I want to say, what I believe I say, what you want to hear, what you believe to hear, what you hear, what you want to understand, what you think you understand, what you understand. There are 10 possibilities that we might have some problem communicating, but let's try anyway. So, what is your idea on his quote? Do you agree or disagree with what Bernard Werber thought? I think it's not a real problem, but it's a real thing that actually we have a bunch of possibilities that our communication might not work as we want it to work. Yeah, because there is difference between what I say, yeah, and what the person understands. Between what I think I want to say and between how person receives that. So this always happens, yeah, because I say something and a person can understand it differently. So when it happens, our miscommunication arises. Okay, so let's move on. We are going to watch one video about miscommunication. So let's watch it and then let's discuss. So the video is going to be for 5 minutes. And after watching the video, I want you to define what miscommunication is and what you think are the main reasons of miscommunication. So let's watch it. So just a second. I think there is something with audio. Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're doing well. How was your day? Have you already started your day? Have you done anything so far? Okay, can you write something? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything okay? Okay, so let's get started. Today we are going to talk about communication and let's talk about it. What is our today's agenda? Just a moment, I will share my screen with you and we're going to watch. Hi. Good. Yes, great. Okay, just a second. So guys, how are you? Write down something. How are you? So we're going to talk about effective communication today. And our today's agenda is effective communication. We will talk about principles, rules and tips and main problems of effective communication. The second point is miscommunication. And in the end, we are going to talk about verbal, nonverbal communication. We are going to define these points, what verbal communication is and nonverbal communication is. So let's get started. We're going to start with discussing main principles, rules, and problems of communication. So, what is communication? Think about it. What do you think about this communication? How do you understand this thing? Communication is what? So, communication is something that we talk to each other or something that we hear. So, write down your comments. What do you think about this? The basic principles of communication are everything we do is communication and any behavior is communication. So, do you agree with these points or not? Okay, I see Andrew is writing interaction with people. Okay. Any other ideas about this? Let's briefly cover everything in the beginning. Okay, so let's revise some points about communication. Yeah, so we have a sender and we have a receiver. And a sender sends a message and the receiver gives the feedback. Yes, Andrew, I can see your answers. Good, thank you, you're so active today. So the next point is that the sense of communication is the reaction it causes. So as I said earlier, yeah, we have a positive reaction, a negative reaction, maybe surprising reaction. So we have a plenty of different reactions. The way message is delivered always affects the way message is received. So what do you think about this? Write down some points. Then the main problem in communication is that we say something and the person can understand it differently. Then miscommunication. So this is where we stopped. And let's come back to the video. Let's watch the video about miscommunication. And after watching it, I want you to write me what you think miscommunication is. And let's watch it.
send her in.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Mr. President.
Oh, Condoleezza, nice to see you. What's happening?
Well, Mr. President, I have the report here about the new leader in China. Mr. President, who is the new leader of China?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, Mr. President.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, Condi. Who is the new leader of China?
Yes.
I mean the feller's name.
Who?
The guy in China.
Who?
The new leader of China.
Who?
The Chinaman.
Who is leading China, Mr. President?
What are you asking me for?
I'm telling you, who is leading China.
Well, I'm asking you, Condi, who is leading China?
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Will you or will you not tell me the name of the new leader of China?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Arafat is in China. I thought he was in the Middle East.
That's correct, sir.
Then who's in China?
Yes, sir.
Yasser's in China?
No, sir.
Then who is?
Yes, sir.
Yasser?
No, sir.
I need to know the name of the new leader of China, so I want you to get me the Secretary General of the United Nations on the phone.
Coffee, Anna? You want coffee?
No.
You don't want coffee?
No, but now you mention it, I could use a glass of milk. And then get me the UN.
Yes, sir.
Not Yasser, the guy at the United Nations.
Coffee.
Milk! Will you please make that call?
And call who?
Well, who's the guy at the UN?
No, who is the guy in China?
Will you stay out of China?
Yes, sir.
And stay out of the Middle East. Just get me the guy at the UN.
Coffee.
All right, with cream and 2 sugars. Now get on the phone.
Hello. Rice here.
Rice, good idea. And get a couple of egg rolls, too, Condi. Maybe we should send some to the guy in China and the Middle East. Can you get Chinese food in the Middle East? I don't know.
Hello. Well, how much are they asking?
Well, that's a lot of money for a deck.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but you're getting robbed. Did you hear me? You're getting robbed.
Let me through.
Double pepperoni?
Keep the change.
Touch me, I kill you, man.
Okay. So, you watched some examples of miscommunication. So, can you define the miscommunication? What it is? What do you think? And what are the common reasons of miscommunication? Write down, please, in the comments. So, what do you think about miscommunication? What it is? And what are the main reasons of it? Okay, I saw Andrew wrote something. You shouldn't write vulgar messages because people might get offended. Plan everything in advance. Not advice, yeah, in advance. Gary, yes, I agree with your opinion. It's fun. Okay. Misconception. Okay. So the first example was about the president and the secretary. Yes, and the secretary told the name of the new leader of China, and yeah, it was like who, but it's written like HU, but who in English is like WHO. Yeah, so this is the difference. And they couldn't understand each other. Okay, so write down what you think about miscommunication, what it is, and what are the main reasons. While you're writing, we are going to come to the causes of miscommunication. So there is a list of causes. Let's talk about them. What the first point is: using wrong, unspecific, or complicated vocabulary. We need to understand who we are talking to. If we talk about just communication between friends, yeah, on some like easy topics, so there shouldn't be any problems. But if we talk about communication between some professional and a person who doesn't understand anything at this topic, so the professional shouldn't use very complicated and specific vocabulary because miscommunication can happen. Inability to find the right words. It happens. Sometimes we don't know what to say and which words to choose to convey our message. Poor pronunciation or disturbing noises. Poor pronunciation can be problematic, yeah, especially if we talk about the situations when we speak not our native language, but we speak foreign language. We can mispronounce some words and people might not understand us. And of course, some disturbing noises. Then lack of attention or concentration, when you don't pay enough attention to what your partner is saying. Lack of information, making assumption instead of relying on facts, differences in perception, information overload, not listening, not looking, and a lot of other causes of miscommunication. Okay, so what do you think about this? Can you write some more causes of miscommunication? I see that Andrew is very active. Andrew, great. And you are writing a lot of things. Different spelling, cost fun, avoid technical jargon. Yeah, okay, good. So any other ideas? Write down some more comments. And let's move on. Let's read the quote, yeah, by Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, you remember that Sherlock Holmes is not a real person. Yeah, it's a fictional private detective from the books, yeah, by British author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So, you see, but you do not observe. So, what does it mean? You can see, you see, but you do not observe. So, write your ideas about this quote. Andrew wrote, speak concisely and precisely. Okay, good. Perhaps if audience don't get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I agree. Good. So what do you think on this? You see, but you don't observe. If you see, it doesn't always mean that you observe. Yeah, you can miss some points. You can miss some important details. Okay, let's move on. And let's come to verbal and nonverbal communication. And okay, I see some more comments. You should observe something carefully and pay attention to trivias. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Great, thank you for your comments. So, yeah, we have two types of communication. This is verbal and nonverbal communication. Verbal communication is when we say something, yeah, we deliver a message using sounds, words, yeah, phrases, sentences, text, and so on, yeah. And nonverbal communication, that is something that we don't use the words for. We can use everything except words. Yeah, if you look at the picture, you see verbal, cool, I like it, and non-verbal, you just see like a gesture. Yeah, and everyone knows that this gesture means like. Okay, maybe you can give more examples of verbal, non-verbal communication. Which communication is more important? What do you think? Maybe verbal or non-verbal? Okay, gestures or facial expressions. Yes, Andrew. Yeah. Besides gestures, we can use facial expressions when we smile. Yeah, we show that we like something. Yeah, or when we just like, I don't know, when we make like sad face. Yeah, people can understand that we are sad or we are upset because of something. Okay, now we're going to watch one video. Just a moment, I will switch to it. So, the video is going to be about our two types of communication. Let's talk about it, let's watch it, and then we will discuss it. Yeah, non-verbal communication. I see Andrew is writing something, both of them in aggregate. Each of them complements the other. Okay. Just a second. Okay, so let's watch the video about nonverbal communication.
I'm pregnant. And you're the father, by the way, but you got...
know I could get him to forgive us.
I don't know.
I'm telling you. I can do it.
Yeah, he can do it.
Oh.
He was like this crazy-eyed, hairy beast man. He was like a Bigfoot or a Yeti or something. Hi, just so you know, we didn't mean to fog you. We actually thought you were like a Yeti or something. Hi.
So you like the short hair better?
What? Yeti? Danny?
Phoebes? Hello? Phoebe? If you two are happy, then I'm happy for you. I'm fine.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm fine. Totally fine. I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky, because really, I'm fine.
Joe? Well, I guess Joey went home. Oh, and look, there is still $1 that I have to unpack.
I gotcha.
Oh my God, you almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh. My best friend and my sister. I cannot believe this.
Sorry, but it's true. I love him too.
My best friend and my sister. I cannot believe this. Let's put aside the fact that you accidentally picked up my grandmother's ring and you accidentally proposed to Rachel.
When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so you saw some examples of nonverbal communication. So let's talk about it in detail. I will come back to the presentation. Just a second. By the way, it was really funny. Write down what's your favorite part. What's your favorite, part of the Friends? Okay, so nonverbal communication. You saw a lot of examples. Yeah, let's talk about each. Yeah, so the main nonverbal communication types are gestures. Yeah, this is what we talked about. Facial expressions. Yeah, this is what Andrew wrote. Good. Then it was postures, eye contact, paralinguistics, and appearance. Yeah, if to talk about the basic type gestures. Yeah, this is how we move our hands. This is how we move our body. It can be different like movements of our head. Yeah, like nodding, yes, no. We can like blink, we can wink with our eyes. Yeah, so these are the basic nonverbal type, gestures. And it's very understandable. Yeah, if we talk about like or dislike, different. Or we like don't know, we can move our like shoulders, I don't know. Yeah, so like different examples. Then facial expression. Smile, frown with our face, we can show different emotions. Yeah, only our face shows it. Then if we talk about postures, like how we maybe not move our body, but how we put our body. Arm crossing, usually this is the posture of defense. Like we don't want to talk to someone or we're like angry. So it's really interesting, how we stay, how we move our body. Leg crossing, sitting position, so different kinds. Then eye contact, movement of eyes, blinking. It was a good example with Joey, how he stared. It was priceless, very good acting. Then let's talk about appearance. This is how we look. Our clothing, our hairstyle, our choice of colors. It also helps yeah, in our nonverbal communication, to show that like we are interested in this person or we are not interested in this person, how we treat people, and so on. And paralinguistics, yeah, it can be a tone of voice. Yeah, we can speak very loudly like a man, yeah, or we can just say in a soft tone. It can be also the pitch, yeah, and loudness. So these are the main types of nonverbal communication. Let's revise them one more time. We have gestures, facial expression, postures, eye contact, paralinguistics, and appearance. Okay, so let's talk about each in detail. Yeah, physical appearance. Who is it? Where is she? How do you know? Can you please write down the answers to these questions? Who is this person? Where is she? And how do you know? I think everyone knows this lady. So write her name. Where is she? Yeah, and how do you know that? Okay, is she a singer? Is she an actress? Or maybe she's a designer because she's in a beautiful dress. Where is she? Yeah, maybe it's a restaurant or official ceremony. Andrew wrote, I suppose that she is on Oscar ceremony. That's right. And how do you know that? How do you know that like she is at the Oscar ceremony? How do you understand? What shows you? Red carpet and fancy clothes. That's right. Yeah. Okay. And here we have like reality and expectations. But yeah, you see that it's Angelina Jolie. And yeah, she's at the official ceremony. Yeah, because she has her makeup done, hair done. She's in a beautiful dress. But in another picture, she's just in a casual outfit, nothing special. So maybe she's like going shopping or something. Oscar ceremony, that's right. Okay. Then what are they doing? What does it mean? So, what are they doing and what does it mean? And what kind of nonverbal communication is it? So we have Hillary Clinton and we have, what's his name? Barack Obama, yeah. So what do you think? What are they doing and what does it mean? And what kind of nonverbal communication is it? Okay, eye contact. Okay, and they are like blinking, yeah. Okay, good. Thank you, Andrew, for your answer. Now we have another picture. Yeah, what does it mean? And maybe what kind of nonverbal communication is it? Maybe it has something to do with leadership. You mean the previous one? Yeah, about this one or about Lior? Is he happy? Is he upset? What do you think? Okay, let's move on. Fury. Yeah, he's furious. Our Joey, what does it mean? Look at his face. What emotion is it? What do you think? Is he happy? Is he interested? Is he excited? What do you think? Okay. Okay. Leo recently took part in NFT charity sale. In NFT. Oh, what is it? NFT? Is it some company? Yeah, because I never heard about that. But I know that Leo is fond of charity, and if I'm not mistaken, he has some company, yeah, an organization, charity organization. Okay, so what about Joey? What does his face mean? This one, I think it's an actor. What does it mean? Like the way he moves his head. So, digital arts, non-fungible tokens. Okay. Digital art. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think I should read about it. Thank you for information. Thank you for sharing it. Good. Okay. Let's move on. Yeah, what does it mean? Yeah. Is she shy or maybe she isn't uncomfortable? He's appalled. Okay. Yeah, I would agree like about this one. What about this? What does it mean? Like she is like holding her hand. Yeah. Surprised. Okay. I would agree that maybe she's surprised or she's a little bit like shy or shocked. Okay. Verbal and facial expression. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm embarrassed. She's embarrassed. Probably yeah. Yeah, I would agree that she might be embarrassed a little bit. And we have verbal and facial expression. Yeah. So when we want to say about our emotions, yeah, usually we use words, but I think in 90%, yeah, we combine verbal and nonverbal communication. Yeah, when we say I'm so happy, we usually have smile on our face. Our eyes also smile. Yes, so we have a happy face. I am so happy. Yeah, it makes me embarrassed. So it was example with the previous picture. Yeah, it makes me embarrassed. So usually we just try to cover something, our face, maybe eyes or mouth or something else. Yeah. This is so boring. Can you write down smile? Yeah, smile. Can you write me what facial expression can we use when we say, this is so boring? So, what can it be? This is so boring. What do we usually like use? Yeah, when we say, oh, this is so boring. So, what facial expression is it? Wow. Yeah. Posture. Posture, okay, yeah. What about wow? Yeah, for boring posture. Or usually, yes, we like open our mouth and try to cover it with our hand. Dull. Okay. So, I'm so tired. What is our posture? Gasp. Probably yeah, I would agree. Okay, I'm so tired. So what posture do we usually have? I'm so tired. Do we stand or sit? If we sit, like, what about our body movement? Yeah, you mean yawn? Yes, yeah, Andrew, that's right. Okay, then I'm so depressed. So what posture do we have when we are talking about like bad mood? I'm so depressed. Write down some points about that. Then I'm so happy to see you. How do we react? How do we move? Yeah, when we see someone that we haven't seen for a long time and we are like, I'm so happy to see you. We want to relax and relieve stress. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. So when we say let me think, what posture is it? Gestures. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you now. We are disappointed and feeling dismay. Yeah, okay, I agree with you. Good point. Everything is okay. So what about this? Hug with one another. Yes. It's so cool. It's so cool. What do you think about this? What gesture? Oh, I showed you. Sorry. Yeah. It's like, it's so cool. It's from our previous slide. Go that way. Yeah. What gesture do we show? Then, yes, I agree with you. What gesture do we use for this? No, you are wrong. I love you. We have 4 classes left. What gesture or what gestures do we use? Yes, like a thumb up. Okay, we have 4 classes left. Yeah, when keep it up. When it's about numbers in our sentences, we usually show the numbers with our fingers, like there are 3 classes left, yeah, or there's like 1 class left. Movements of hands. Okay, paralinguistics. I can't believe it. Yes, that's so cool. Yeah, this is how we move this is how we change our tone. I can't believe it. How could you do this to me? Yeah, verbal, come here. Please, just for a second, I need a little help. Yeah, so we usually have a higher tone. Show fingers. Immediately. Shock. Okay. Come here, my darling. I have a present for you. What is this? I've never seen such a thing before. Are you crazy? Is it for me? Really? It's the best present I've ever gotten. Okay. And let's finish with this. And one more slide. Communication consists of 75% of words and 65% of tone and body language. So people read our posture, our gestures, our appearance more than our words. Okay. And if to summarize, yeah, effective communication rule, we have sender and receiver. Communication process. Yes, step 1, speak, write, show. Step 2, listen, read, watch. And step 3, give the feedback. Communication tips. Use simple language for better understanding and speak clearly. Make your messages interesting and useful. Avoid information overload. Establish eye contact. Don't forget about nonverbal communication. Don't interrupt. Be attentive, polite, and positive. Be an active listener. Give a high quality feedback. So I hope you're going to follow these communication tips and your communication will improve and you will not have any kind of miscommunication. So, and just remember, your ability to communicate with others will account for fully 85% of your success in your business and in your life. So, see you soon. Have a good weekend and see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.